So another thing that I found interesting, so which I wanted to talk about, was time is either invested or spent. And I think a lot of people don't realize the difference between the two, in spending time on something and then investing time into something. What would you say is the difference between the two, and how can people invest time better?
Yeah. This is all about understanding the power and the role of compounding in your life. Compounding is one of the wonders of the world, right? Einstein, I think, famously said that invested time is time on things that compound positively in your world. That's training your body, training your mind. That's building and growing relationships with the people that really matter in your life. That's working on things that are meaningful. That's investing time because it's creating compounded value for you over the long run. You're going to wake up in 30 years and be really glad that that time was used in that way. Spent time, things that don't compound. Things like scrolling on social media, wishing that you were somewhere else, wishing that you had some other life, arguing with people on the internet, eating terrible foods, things that are going to not compound in your life. That's all spent time, and you can't ever get that back, and it's not creating any compound value within your world. And so the goal is not to eliminate spent time entirely. I veg out from time to time. I scroll social media probably way too much. But the goal is to have a high ratio of invested time to spent time, and to have most of your time be in that green area of the invested time, the things that are compounding positively. I had a conversation with an 80-year-old man recently, and I asked him what advice he would give to his 32-year-old self. And he said, treat your body like a house that you're going to have to live in for the next 70 years. And what he meant was invest in a solid foundation. Invest in the things that really matter, that will compound in your life over the next 70 years. Make minor repairs when they occur along the way. Don't allow those things to linger, because minor problems become major problems if you allow them to linger. So what he was alluding to is exactly this idea that time can be invested in the things that compound positively in your life, that your 80-year-old self will thank you for. Your 80-year-old self, no one cares more about your actions today than your 80-year-old self. They care the most about what you are doing on a daily basis today, because every single thing you do is amplified over that time, over that window. So take actions today that your 80-year-old self will thank you for.
Super powerful. Immediately came to my head, it's like, as well, it's okay to have a house party as long as you clean up as well.
Yeah.